set up. And that should be golden. I'm unsure if the sound is good because it's one of those kinds of games where you can't really... What's the word I'm looking for? You can't have it play when it's out of focus. Which... yeah, that's good. Real good. It is like an 8-year-old game, though, so I'm willing to give it a pass. Now, I haven't played this game in very long. I think when I last played this, I believe I was still in middle school, maybe. Wait, no. Let's see here. Mental math. I would say nothing too amazing, really. It's probably more like freshman year that I played this game. Trying to piece together the past is sometimes a mess. Let's see here. There we go. Streaming started 111 seconds ago, wow. Yeah, I was making sure everything was right. Let me know if the audio is alright, because I actually can't tell with this game. It doesn't play audio in the background when it's out of focus, so I can't test that. And it doesn't have an option to allow me to do that either, so yay. Let's see here. As far as I can tell, though, it's not going to be too bad. It seems to be well. Well, let's see if it continues to be so. Start a new game in hard mode. Now, I remember this game not exactly being challenging.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten.
Oh yeah, this intro.
Shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London.
I might have made this game a bit too dark.
Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget.
Can I open this door?
Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Yeah, the game definitely wasn't that hard. I think I only remember dying once, and if I recall, that death was required. Man, it's been too long. If I remember correctly, you can lean. Yeah, you can, but wow, I don't remember the leaning being so slow. What is this? Oh, broken bottle. I remember when this came out, it was like, wow, this is really good looking, and you look at it now and it's like, I can count the polygons on this rock. Still got good art direction. Oop. If I remember correctly, there's like a tinderbox in here, but I don't remember where. Oh, it's toggle crouch, huh? I remember there was a couple tinder boxes in this area. That much is pretty much all I really remember. Oh, there's... wait, no. It looked like one. I think I've forgotten what a tinderbox looks like. Then again, it did say there would be less, so they might have removed all the ones in the beginning. Find the Pepto-Bismol. Yes, that'll help. Wow, I forgot about that. So this thing that I took off during the intro is still here. Hello. I think something was... it's very, very dark. Let me up the gamma a little bit. That should help a lot. The door was already open. That's not spooky. Oh, there we go. Tinderbox. And some people who have been following this game for a while would probably joke around and call them Tinder cylinders. I don't know if anyone's actually seen that video. Or, at the very least, remembers it. Now, if I remember correctly, one of the things you could do with this room is that, I guess. I remember you could open doors with the broom. I don't remember which doors, though. I don't remember that. Who goes there? Can I slap them with this? Stop moving my camera, I'm trying to do a thing. I forgot how much I hated that in the intro. What is my sanity at? Slight headache? Come on. There we go. Whole lot of nothing. And then you don't go in that room because it just makes you lose sanity. And sanity can actually kill us now. Headache going insane. Yeah, pretty much. You know, he could just as easily take one of these torches. Doesn't make an effort to. Oh no, it's spooky. Cockroaches? They appear here, I remember that. There they are. I remember the intro fairly well. And the cockroaches just kind of disappear for no apparent reason. It almost makes me think that, like, the intro was just sort of a tech demo kind of thing that they added in. Because it really does have that feel. It's like, ooh, look at all these neat effects we can do with the sanity system. Give me the lantern. Actually, I don't have oil for it, do I? Oh. I should probably mind my sanity a little more. Oh. I'm gonna need to make this oil count. Physics are nice. You can do stuff like that. Wait, I forget. Can I? Oh, you can kind of shove it through like that. Good hit boxes. You don't see much like that anymore.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last
That would be
thing.
kind of funny, Poppy.
A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can.
You know, the...
Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
The shadow that gets mentioned here, like, shows up once and then vanishes for the rest of the game. I don't know why they make such a big mention of it. The darkness. Oh yeah, it wants me to
Alexander,
go
is
over
it
here.
inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond
Yeah,
the
near the end of the game, it's
In
just
fact,
constant chase
It
sequences.
lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
The very stone. Hello? Oh. I'm gonna have to get used to the fact that everything I remember might be in different spots. Or just missing altogether. Oh yeah, that. Wow, I did not notice that before. Look at that. That doesn't clip well. Also, it's a flat texture. Huh. Maybe I just had a lower resolution at the time and couldn't tell. I think you had to go to the wine cellar soon enough here. Oh yeah, this place is really dark. Oh, whatever.
This shouldn't be.
Let's see. There we go. Open sesame. And here's where you can first see the water monster. Hello. The first time I played this game, this small detail scared the piss out of me. So in the words of Mario, it truly was time to take a piss. Oh yeah, they're moved to the wine cellar. That's why I gotta make it over there.
There should be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part aquaforce.
You're amazed Frictional Games is still here. Honestly, kind of the same. I didn't expect much to come of it all. I don't remember that thing, but yes. This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The former compounds lack the potency I needed, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and orpiment are a given, and the cuprat binds them well. This time I'll attempt aqua regia instead of aqua fortis in hopes it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acid and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament. Highly acid. Now, to see if it's really ahead of its time. It is. Let's see here. Slight headache. One of the achievements you need is to exit to menu after the beginning cutscene. What's it called by any chance? Nothing special here. Gotta make my way to the wine cellar, which means I think I gotta make my way over to that upper area. It's called Nope. You know, this was the first game I had played that actually had a lean function in it. and I don't remember using it much in game. I remember it just kind of being there. So I just do this. Hmm.
16th of May, 1839.
Oh, I don't have to read this
The
one.
unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Kettle corn and water. Sounds good. I have peanut M&Ms, and that's it. I usually get, like, the family-sized bags, and I don't finish them for, like, a month or so. I ration it out. Oh, is this considered darkness? Yeah, that noise. Wrong one. Oh, clothes. You can kind of get them to clip. I have peanut M&Ms, but in a huge jar. That works too. Keep this open so I remember I checked it. I'm not entirely sure why hard mode makes saving cost tinder boxes, but it
7th
works.
May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Well, see, you don't raid tombs. That just leads to pain and suffering. Yeah, a book fell to the side of me. Oh, whoop. It locked. Oh, boo. Oh, did they change that event? In hard mode, the total number of tinderboxes is gone from 151 to 20? Oh no. That might actually be a problem. Oh jeez. I forgot about that. So just don't use tinderboxes from now on. Got it.
17th of May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer.
It's
My
mine.
weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push
very
myself
heavy.
toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry.
Very Lovecraftian.
The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
There might actually be a decent fight for sanity if it's that bad with tinderboxes. Because I remember oil was already kind of scarce in normal mode. So it was often best to just run around.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Come on. Now, I remember this is like the earliest portion you can encounter the grunt, I think he was called. Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave, or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I'll feed them some wine. Feed? It would, in a sense, solve both of my problems. So you hide in here for a little bit. I think you had to wait for about 10 seconds or less. I did even less. Hello. Alright. So don't want to trigger the other event over there. In case you're not aware, Poppy, if you go over there, an illusion occurs. You see a fake grunt. And that's not too big a drop, really. I can deal with that. That illusion actually scared the crap out of me the first time I played. I'm gonna need light more. Going through this game again, though, is kind of weird, because it's been so... Oh, I forgot about that. Damaged by meat. All is good. I just got slapped by some meat, that's all. Oh yeah, point and click. I just tried to press E to open the door. Force a habit.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. At least until tomorrow.
Grab that. That is not a good. So let's fill up on some oil a bit. Oh. That helps. Let's see here. This is sometimes finicky, I remember that. Yeah, you can use the barrel multiple times, but it said it was out of oil. It tells you how much oil is in them. I need to get... Okay, I'm out of the... that. Hello. Meat. I think that brought me back down a bit, yeah.
What's happening? Oh, it feels like my chest is going to burst. Oh.
My God, Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
Mine. My name is Wilhelm, House of Garrick. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to the castle Brennenburg. As most of the aristocracy, I was curious about what this supposed Knight of the Order could want from me and accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past and not the honors. I've been rewarded with during my not the honors I've been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim and do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest to my character at a royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I have brought men, women, and children to Brennenburg, and I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight, the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine tasted fine, and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into his diabolical ways. My men are screaming. Their men has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes, and I can no longer... blank. I think that's all the things I needed. But there might be another one, I think. That one doesn't open, I don't think so. Oh yeah, that. Wrote well for someone bleeding from the eyes. For sure. If I recall... yeah, it just heals wounds. It doesn't do anything about insanity. Whoa, the mouse is going apeshit. Oh, that's why. I lost a lot of sanity there. There we go. Back to normal. Wait. And I'll be honest, I didn't read any of the notes when I first played the game. Oh. Oh, right. Crystal clear, I just got slapped by some meat. Let's see here. I do need to go there, because that's where the laboratory is. I also need to conserve oil a bit better. Yeah, I remember that. It's just I'm an impatient bastard. Need to turn on the burners first. Ah, there we go. Time to use the physics engine. That didn't happen. Yeah, just fall over for me, will you? Need one more. Oh boy. Yeah, there's not a lot of direct sunlight in this game, though. Not until, I think, at least you get past the water monster. Which, if I recall correctly, is coming up here. Can I not get slapped by meat? What does that put my health at? Nothing too bad. Fill that up. I'm not going to be using it yet, but fill it up. Achievement unlocked. Alchemist. Whenever I see the word slap, I can hear Bulby from Jimmy Neutron. Slap, slap, slap. Clap, clap, clap.
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason? For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Let's see here. I hate that white flash still. Gee, it sure is boring around here. Blocked from the other side.
Of June, 1839. It's been more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. An excessive decision, in retrospect. But I'm glad it turned out that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
Orb. Yes, sanity. I'm gonna have to stay next to this torch for a bit. Man, I don't remember losing sanity this often. Then again, I had a lot more tinder boxes. Yeah. Having only, what, 20 tinder boxes? Definitely makes the experience a lot harder. Should improve somewhat with time here. I don't remember how fast it goes with torches. Not very, apparently. Yeah, stare at the fire. It just looks like obnoxious head bob with this. I guess I gotta go somewhere. There we go. That should help. Oh. Whoop. Ow! Why does this meat slap? Oh, hey, water section. Been a while, buddy. Oh, fuck. Hey, you got some oil for me? I kinda need it or I'll die. Oh, shit. Let's see here. Oop. Get me up. And that doesn't help. Let's see, where was it again? Actually, it might have been over here. Oh, come on. There we go. Also, did you know that you could kill this thing? It's really hard to do. Yeah, I know it doesn't stop during flashbacks. I wish it did. Let's see here. Got some oil. Put that over there. Oh boy. That is always a little issue I have with this section. Oh, I forgot to save. Well, now. I've got to go through all that all over again. Yeah. That water section does give me some issues, mostly because sometimes it just doesn't bother dealing with the food.
forget.
Well, time to go through everything all over again.
The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is
Permadeath run, anyone?
Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is I am
I wish I could
Daniel.
skip this cutscene. Eh. I basically lost 50 minutes of progress. Oh no. This is going to be so bad. Get your ass up, Daniel. We got places to be. Things to redo. Wait, there was nothing in here. And then there's 8. Ooh, a tinderbox in here. I don't think there's anything in there. There is a broom. I can defend myself with this. So note to self, actually save. Forget, did I find a tinderbox in here or not? Yes. I'm also really not sure why tinderboxes are for saving in this. It seems very bizarre. So let's try not to use as much sanity as I did before. Yeah, it does feel very forced in. I didn't actually check over here, did I? No. What I think they probably should have done is like make manual save points instead. It works all the same. Mine. Alright. Let's see here.
Nike for ball. God.
Yes. Speed running, sort of. Because I remember what I gotta do now.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel.
Gotta love
It
those
lies well
forced
beyond the
camera
refinery. In fact,
changes.
it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
Totally listening to the plot, because I obviously have not heard it before. I didn't die in a really stupid way.
60 later that tomorrow.
There's nothing there, I remember that. Did I even try opening this? Apparently not. But hey, at the very least, they're still giving this game some love after all these years. I think that's good. You know, when it comes to these dressers, they only ever put the stuff in the top one. It's very rare that you see anything in the middle or bottom drawer. Nothing. Let's see, slight headache. Doing well enough. If I can use sunlight a little more this time. Your internet is dying. Are you sure you ain't using that one connection that you've managed to use a couple times now? Wait, I just went in a big ol' loop. I don't think I was in this room before. It's okay now. Well, that's good. You know, we were speaking about PewDiePie before. He'd like this. Where am I again? I've already lost myself. I was supposed to get... Oh, wait. I don't think I can access it yet. I think I actually have to go through that, wine cellar. Oh, wait, no. I have to go here. I was treating it like it was... as it was previously, where it drains sanity.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Notes. This thing. Don't look at it. Sanity's alright. Oil is oily. Rare books. So now I get to go into the wine cellar. I definitely did forget how obnoxious the sanity mechanics were in this game, though.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
Oh. It was red, and I was very concerned. One thing I don't like is that this always forces a sanity decrease. Oh, that's not wanted either.
What's happening? Oh, it feels
Oh boy.
like my chest is going to burst.
Gonna have to use that.
My God, Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
I really don't like the way the flashback segments are treated. It slows down your movement speed when it happens, and that's always fun. Gotta keep that sanity up. Oh, there's a tinderbox there. How did I not notice that? Heal that sanity. Crystal clear. Let's see if I can move my way over without losing sanity. There we go. So when I make my way over to the water monster, I'm actually going to save this time. I don't want to repeat all of this again. Meat. I still don't have any oil. Only a slight headache though, so that's good.
should be more cool. Right. Let me see. And one part Aquaforce.
You are comfy? That's good. Give me that oil. I need it. Wait, I forget. Was there actually anything in this one? No. Get back here. Yeah. I love, like, all the background sounds that only contribute to atmosphere and nothing else. They sound absolutely ridiculous most of the time. Alright. So, my sanity is much better than it was before. I'm gonna hit myself in the face with that door, if you don't mind. I feel as though I had more oil the first time.
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it.
Yeah, looking at the
But you can
water
run
monster
the lab
does
now if you
drain
wish.
sanity, but it's negligible if I recall.
That is.
Stay close.
It's
Careful not to
nothing
stray.
significant enough to really
Why is it so dark?
cause any
Pay
concern.
attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep
Yeah,
going straight
Daniel.
and make sure not to stray.
I messed up. Oh boy. Thank you. Oh boy, I forgot you could aggro that. I see the terror meter isn't disabled in hard mode though. Come on. I've got a... There we go. Didn't check this, did I? Oh. Whatever. Let's see. Quick check around the area. Nothing special. Alright. Oop. Ow. All this meat. Alright. So right here, save. probably should heal because he does a fair bit of damage. Yeah, it is fairly easy, but there's also multiple over here. Come on. Oh, that death trap. Oh jeez, he does a shit ton of damage in hard mode. Used to take like 2 or 3 hits, now it's just like straight up fucking annihilating you. And I can't exactly save here. There's a thing here. Oh, that actually kind of heals you too. Let's see, I think this is the part where you're supposed to just run from it. Yep. Wait, some of these doors are a pain in the butt. There we go. Escape artist. Probably for escaping the water monster. Now we need tinderboxes to save again. Let's take the time to explore this area, see what we can find. Oh, I can splash in the water. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. I do still find it funny, though, back in 2010 or whatever, when this game was all over YouTube and all that, that water section made everyone piss themselves.
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Let's see, if I remember correctly, you want to go to the study first. I think this is the part where you actually need to hide as well. At least it's well lit. God damn it. What's my sanity looking like? Crystal clear? I don't mind a bit. To my most trusted student and friend, Johann Weyer. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs. I have been looking for the... I have finally found one of the orbs I've been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is as inexplicably as the Heliodromus described it in the Hortus Conculsus. Big words for a dumb boy. It was as it was told about an underground Mithrite temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged. Its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within stone. I was staying in a nearby village called Altstadt, investigating one of the antiquated trails, when I finally found the cavern. I went inside, and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing, because my curiosity did the best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and ran into the woods. Oh, whoa. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine, where I stumbled upon some men fishing in a lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I'd be spared. Suddenly, a blue, shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but as I had been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa, the Guardian had taken the orb from me. But still, until this day, I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night, listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It had been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke spoke, you told me about your interest and ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Altstadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. I know who that is. I don't even have. Oh wait, I do. I have one. I have one tinderbox. I always forget that they're off here. Let's fill up that oil a bit. Whoop. Poor doggo. Let's see. After a short study, it is clear that the agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger an endogenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genesis. There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy since the creature is bound to die from the exercise. I must refine this process of torture to enable real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. Ico's probably not the greatest type of jokes to be belting out, but hello there. Oof. And yes, I am doing this on YouTube.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Pleasant noises. Oh yeah. So, about these paintings, if you have low sanity, he gets like a mouth that goes all the way from like right here to his nose and hollow eyes. Oh. Well, you're just in time for October. There you go. There, much better. Deco? Sorry, Deco, are you someone I know? 'Cause I'm bad with names, and if you're using a different name from what I'm used to, chances are I have no idea who you are. If I don't know who you are, well, greetings. Oh, notes. Moment. Find another way around. Just changed accounts. Ah. He becomes a monster. Oh, what? Oh, right. That reminds me. Hey, Puppo. I'm gonna need you a bit, alright? Do me a solid. Or maybe not. Okay, we're gonna try it again, but harder this time. Oh, jeez. Sorry, Pupper. It's just Icos. Hello there, Barbed. Nice to see you. When will it be my turn? Have I not shown restraint? My patience spans centuries. From where I came, mankind is not even a wasted breath, yet I bow to you. I have done so much for you, and I have gained nothing in return. Agrippa, I trusted you. It was I who, in all fairness, should have entered that gate. Whoa, don't sound so excited. Yeah, I know. I'm bursting with energy. If the elevator breaks down, make sure to use the steam engine to build pressure before channeling it into the machinery. Adjusting the lever to the right amount of pressure inside the chamber, the meter should read up 8 and down 8. Make sure the flow is set accordingly to the following chart. Trinity steam set functions, four-phase amplitude, complete steam flow cycle. Note the machine will not check proper configuration until all rods are inserted. How is YouTube streaming different from Twitch streaming? Buffers less. One of the people that was trying to watch me on stream couldn't actually do it on Twitch, so I had to move over to, you know, YouTube, since it actually worked for him. How many tinderboxes does that bring me to? That brings me to 3. Almost enough to save game again. Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, because there's a few lurkers here, I can tell that much. There is... well, there's been a recent-ish update to Amnesia: The Dark Descent that added hard mode. And I'm playing on hard mode right now. It makes it so there's less oil, there's less tinder boxes, and you have to use those tinder boxes to save. Also, if my sanity reaches 0, I die. I'm not even signed up to get AdSense money. I don't think it would be something I could do for a living anyways. Not just because I don't exactly have a lot of people watching me, but also because, well, what do I bring to the table that other people don't? Yeah, enemies are more dangerous as well. The water monster actually brings you down in 2 hits instead of like 3 or 4. I don't know how I do this shit.
2nd of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from
it
the
doesn't
desert.
delete your whole save file.
As if maimed by a
What
lion.
it does is
The man
it
rambled
just boots you back to
deliriously about
last
the city
save.
being attacked by something
But
horrible.
you have limited saves because you
Quickly
need
dispatched
4
a search
tinder
party
boxes
look
to
for the
save,
expedition.
and there's only
After
20.
searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow,
Maybe it is
I'll
Resident
retrieve the
Evil
things
Kun.
they recovered from Herbert's tent at the
Kun.
customs house.
I actually have
I don't know
no
what
idea
to
how to
make of it,
pronounce your username,
but I'm
so I'm
worried
just
for
going to
you.
say Kun. If that pisses you off, fight me. You'll probably win. Can I jump on this chair? I want to jump on this chair. Oh, I ruined it. Let's see. A note?
3rd of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
Another orb. Oh, this is one of your favorite games? I would say, for me, this is a game that I enjoy. Not necessarily a favorite, though. It's just been years since I've played the game. So, since it updated, getting a hard mode, I figured, why not? I'll do it. Pick the lock. No. Hit.
The key. Please, let it be here.
Now, what I remember... Actually, before I do anything, let me get a chair. Because I actually know what's coming up. I've played this game before. It's just been a while. Yeah, that's how you block stuff, right? Let's see. Oh boy. He came in a little earlier than I thought. Oh boy. You know, it's not as scary when the music doesn't ramp up like it used to. Because hard mode also does that. Oh. That probably put a damper on my sanity. I'm not sure how long it takes for him to exit the area. That long, apparently.
July 4th, 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
That could be interesting, but I feel like that could also make it a little obnoxious. They'd have to probably add a functionality to make it so these loading doors actually can open and close. See, I got enough to save now. Let's save right here. Yeah, I think they did need to mix up some stuff a little more than they have for hard mode. But, you know, what they've done works for the most part. Because, I mean, my inventory does not look as good as it did when I played this in normal mode. I can assure you that. Because right now, I don't got much oil, for one. And I've got, like, no tinder boxes because I had to use every single one for saving. So I have to rely on that minuscule amount of oil. Hopefully I can find a bag of Milky Ways here. Hopefully I can hit myself in the face! A lot! Oh, right. It's pretty much my second time, yeah. It has been a long time since I've last played, though.
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
Don't forget to scream a lot. I don't really scream much. Oh, hey, enters. I guess I should explain it to you as well, since you just entered. Amnesia: The Dark Descent got an update semi-recently. It added a hard mode, and I'm playing on that hard mode right now. Let's see. Find a way to get through. Alright. I really wish I had more oil to spare. Yeah, the enemies are pretty stupid. Not as stupid as they are in Machine for Pigs, though. Okay. Forget what I need that drill for. But these tinder boxes will help. Come on. I actually have enough to save again. You love that old Amnesia video. I do too. I watch it every now and then. It's just that golden. Alexander, I have prepared the explosives you needed for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important that it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your featherbrain servants this before you go ahead and with your plans. The liquids themselves are not explosive and should be kept separated to avoid further mishaps. I have arranged 2 large vats in the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is mix the liquids and you are ready to go. Dude was gonna shit his pants the whole way through. I think he did in that video. And the only person I know of that's nearly as big a pansy as that guy is my friend Offbeat Jet, otherwise known as Call Me Jerry now. If you ever see like him play a horror game, he's almost as bad as that guy. It's actually kind of amazing. I'm still trying to get him to play a horror game. Let's see, if I recall, the drill was needed in the machine room or something like that. Mementos. I think I already found a way through the storage. Important keys hidden in the guest room? I think I missed something then. If there's an important key in the guest room. Yeah, Jerry doesn't stream much. And nor does he really record anything of his. Usually I have to do the recording and all that. But I remember at some point I got him to stream SCP Containment Breach. Nothing happened on his side, and he shat himself. Who have a friend that gets scared easily but willingly plays horror games if given the opportunity. You see, they're not really a pansy then. They're scared easily, but like they've got balls. Offbeat Jet, on the other hand, is a total pansy. He won't play horror games if given the opportunity. In fact, he will not even touch them with a 10-foot pole. Did I already get the special key in here or something? I think I did. It's been so long since I've played this game. Oh!
Oh, thank God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
I'm dumb. Yeah. Oh, I've been trying, Coon. I'm trying to get him to play my brain's dead already. I've been trying to get him to play a VR horror game that I actually streamed. It wasn't very good, but yeah, it's something. Yeah, I did miss that painting. Don't worry, I am an intelligent human being capable of nothing. You can ask Poppy. Poppy witnessed me play Payday 2 and completely miss everything I was supposed to do.
5th of July, 1839. Today, I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
Yeah. Essentially, a friend and I played Payday 2. I was in VR. They were in standard PC. We had to make meth in the level, and we didn't know what bags went in what buckets. Both of us basically ran around blowing ourselves up constantly.
14th of July, 1839.
And it was just an embarrassing stream. Like 2 hours of just the same level because we couldn't get it done right.
I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. He didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, "I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle. Signed, Alexander." What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked up Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
Sleepy boy. Note that there are only 2 spare rods left in the storage for the elevator machinery. Make sure not only to discard the ones which are badly damaged, and keep the other ones in the inner study rooms in case all 3 would crack again. So I need to venture into the study room a bit more. But yeah, the mission that we were in was the one on the giant table. Yeah, I don't think anyone gave 2 shits about the lore the first time. Some cogwheels. You mean like this? Yeah, I should conserve the oil a bit more. But yeah, like the first time I played Amnesia, it actually scared the crap out of me because I was new to horror games. Yeah, there aren't really emotes like Twitch has. It's a bit different. You gotta hit the emoji button and use really, yeah, like that. You gotta use the smileys. You gotta use the cast of the Emoji Movie. Now, if I remember correctly, like, the main thing that scared me in this game when I first played...
What was that?
What was that? Who was that? Am I? No, I've still got plenty of sanity, so I'm not running low. Yeah, they do still have blobs. The thing that scared me the most, though, in Amnesia when I first played, was easily the water monster, and then second most was probably fuck, what was it? Probably the first shadow chase, actually. There we go. All those in place. Funny part? Sure. I remember most of this game. At least, you know, the scary bits and the story bits. The water monster was a mistake? Really? It was supposed to be an actual visible monster. You know, I honestly don't doubt that. I think I only have one of the rods, though. Wait. Can I just put it anywhere? I can. Huh. That is actually kind of interesting. Now the question is, was the ability to kill it a mistake? You're wasting lantern oil. Let's see here. Yeah, you can kill the water monster if you slap it with a barrel enough times and, like, throw it at it. It will die. Let's save here. For someone who's played the game as much as you have, I'm surprised you didn't know that. I would have expected you to be digging your nose into all of the, wiki pages and stuff like that. Yeah, I am serious. You can actually kill it. Like, go find a wiki page on it. You can kind of see it. Actually, you could probably find a YouTube video of killing it. Alright. Let's see here. So I've got this rod. Got some oil. I need more rods. Somehow that refilled. I think... Now, let's see here. Gotta break that, probably. Chair. Okay. That's the second time I've glitched out the physics. It is the only monster in the game that can be killed specifically, but yeah. It is the only killable monster in the game. It's also the only monster in the game that anyone remembers. Further disappointment. The Antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I am unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly, humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they prove less of a hassle to acquire. I just got boosted. Let's see. Is there anything else here? Okay. Memento. Oh, right. I need to make explosives. That's right. Okay, so I need some stuff to make bombs. And if I recall, that was actually in the machine room somewhere. Not the machine room, it was that other room I haven't been to yet. Piecing together things after having not played a game for like 8 years is always the weirdest. Still got that hollow needle. I'm gonna pick the locks. Should probably explore storage a bit more. Already been down there. I was already in there. Didn't really find anything. I think this is actually the way I went. And I was in here. I was in here too, but nothing too interesting. I forget which door it was that you open it and the monster's just in there, chilling out. Brick. Maybe it's the other way that I need to explore a bit more. Out for a bit. Maybe there's a side door somewhere. Alright. Think I know where it might be. Man, it's been a long while since I've played this. I know that won't budge. And then I was in here earlier. But that only really gave me that one rod. Let's see. Mementos. I guess I need to find the things for the explosives for the storage, actually.
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
Unless there was something hidden on the side here, which I don't think so. Usually, this game isn't like that. Let's see here. Quick check. I forgot about that bug, actually. Oil barrels refill every single time you reload an area. I've actually been in the storage. It's been too damn long. And I don't think I can open this. Yeah, it won't budge. Mostly because that's where I came from. Equipment. Looking for a barrel to use the screwdriver with? It'd probably have to be in this room or something then.
Darkness. Closing in.
Can't do two things at the same time. Yeah, I can. So that's one of those. And then there's this one. I think I need another pot for that, but... if I remember correctly, this also creates a monster encounter again. Because it's Amnesia, it wouldn't be Amnesia without having a monster encounter every oh fuck. Running blind. I can't see. That's what you get in light areas. Yeah. I never said I was good at this game. Just that I'm playing it in hard mode.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
I have no idea where I am there. I'm gonna need to go back, actually, and try and abuse that quirk of the loading areas. Crystal clear. Also, Daniel's a big baby. He's afraid of the dark. Like, just the dark. Not what's in it, just anything to do with the dark. Let's see, there was oil in the machinery room, if we can load that back a couple times. I could probably fill up the entire lantern. Alright. Enjoy the food. Give me the oil. For I actually really need it right now. I forgot where the oil was. Alright, so a few drops of oil does that much. It's not great, so we're gonna have to reload this a couple times. Abuse the system. For it is the only thing we can do in this situation. I wonder if anyone actually ever noticed that the oil tanks refill. Like during playtesting or anything. Brings us to there. more than that. So yeah, I need to be a lot more conservative with my oil usage. I think it'll take a bit. In the meantime, you guys have anything you want to say? Any fond memories of the game, perhaps? Welcome back, Icos. I am currently abusing a loading feature. But yeah, like, do you guys have any particularly fond memories of this game? Like, either when it came out or during the heyday on YouTube? Also, if your tummy hurts, I'd recommend laying down a bit. Cold water usually helps too. Sometimes warm milk, but that depends on, like, what kind of thing is causing the pain. Twin Sis is spooked solid. Barb, you've never actually played this game before? Oh, the sewer. I remember the sewer quite vividly, actually. Maybe not so much what you had to do as an objective, but most certainly the area itself and one of the encounters in it. You have it in your Steam library uninstalled, but never got around to playing it. I'd actually recommend probably, like, hopping off the stream and playing it for the first time, because this game is best experienced by yourself. If you have no prior experience, it's a solid game. Just ignore the part where I am completely breaking the game because I'm playing on hard mode. I think the main reason water areas end up being the scariest is because there's a lot of people who are pansies, like, well, I don't know, someone like Enters maybe, and pansies tend to actually write the best horror. And a lot of time, like, a lot of the time, people who are easily scared are afraid of something like, you know, water, the dark, heights, simple things that can be transformed into something that could just terrify an audience. What am I looking like? This last one should be good, and then I can venture into storage for a while. I really do think that either they left this bug in because they knew someone would be stupid enough to run out of lantern oil, like me, or they just didn't test it. Oh, wrong door. But yeah, good amount of oil. The one thing I can say about this game that I remember from my first playthrough is that it scared me at the beginning, but the further I got into the game, the less scared I was because its tricks became very obvious. Because it's like, I think it is after you get the elevator working here, it starts to do that thing where it's like, every puzzle you solve, there is a monster. Ooh, spooky. Wrong one. I wish I could get $200 for reporting that bug. That is the one that if you open the monster appears, if I recall. That's some moldy ass bread. Let's see, anything on here? A tinderbox. Basically a save item at this rate. Computer just crashed me out of nowhere. That's strange. I remember this. This, like, Kun, if you're still watching, you remember what happened here. Mine. If the full set of 3 rods is unavailable, there's 1 rod in the inner study rooms, which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. Unless it's absolutely necessary, always use the spare rods in storage before using a mended one. Oh, right. Hello. Oh, geez, he's a lot faster than I remember. Yeah, I can redo it. Let's see, this puts me back here. I just need to get the explosives again.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
Alright, so grunts are now one-shots.
I assure you.
Well, maybe not one-shots, but certainly close to a one-shot, as the brutes were. Damage is scaled significantly higher in hard mode. At the very least, I saved this time. Most of you missed out on it, but when I was playing this earlier, I had, you know, just gotten to the water monster and died there because it one-shot me, basically. And I had to redo the entire beginning That includes the really slow intro, by the way. Poppy was there for that one. And yeah, the thing about hard mode is I have limited saves. There are only 20 tinderboxes in the entire game, and I use them to save. I have to use 4 of them per save. So this definitely is marginally more difficult to deal with. Time to get the explosive again. Wait. Yeah, explosive. This is before that. Like, the hard mode's a good reason to come back to the game if you're a veteran, but I guess in my case, where, you know, I haven't played this in years, it's probably not the greatest idea. Wait. I'm stupid. I gotta use the explosive in the storage. Whoop. Luckily, this isn't like that explosive you have to carry in, what was it, Castlevania 64? Where if you get hurt, touch any walls, or run too fast, you die instantly. And if anyone actually remembers that segment of Castlevania 64, I feel sorry for them. It was indeed a slap.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me! Oh God, no! Please! I'm begging you.
Pleasant noises. I guess I gotta chill out in here for a bit. Oh. Let's see. That brings me up to 3 tinderboxes. Let's see. Hello. Wait, where'd you go? You cuck, you're supposed to chase me. Oh. Let's see. Stealth mode. Oh. You're not gonna play nice, are you? Oh boy. That's not a way. Hey, come over here, will ya? Also wrong way. Hey, do me a favor and, like, over here? Oh, hush. Wait, how'd you get over here? Oh, come on. It seems they boost the monster speed as well, so if you get spotted, it's kind of just over. I don't remember them being that fast.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
I don't think bunny hopping in this actually increases speed in the slightest. Seems like they overdid it somewhat, though. Can't wait to deal with the brutes again, if this is what the grunts are capable of. Doesn't, yeah, like the bunny hopping thing doesn't really seem to increase speed in the slightest, really. Unless you're on a ledge like that. Should probably just use one of these, because I might be able to survive another hit in that case. Doesn't make you faster, just more fun. I don't think that helps then if it's just for fun. If I die once more, I'm probably gonna call it for tonight, though. I've been going for 2 hours, about my usual time for streaming. So hide here again, because that got him to screw off the last time. Let's see. I wonder if they fixed that bug at all. I don't have anything particularly big enough, but it used to be you could actually, like, cover your face like this, and it'd completely prevent them from being able to see you. Oh boy. So he's just patrolling around, I guess. Probably not fixed. Yeah, likely not. Wouldn't be able to tell you, though. Well, that's fun. A really gold stretch, huh? He's still really close by, so it's not really giving me much chance to gun past him, is it? Well, you know what? I say fuck it. I'm going to actually bunny hop this. Let's see, how much does that heal again? Not enough. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. Yeah, I think they overdid it on the monster speed. The speed that they had before was underwhelming, but now it's just overwhelming.
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
Yeah.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
I don't think that's how it works, Icos.
The shade
Anyways,
will hurt
I've
much
gone
less
on for
than
like
I assure you.
2 hours now. So I'll be calling it for tonight. Or today, because it's nowhere near night. But, yeah. Thanks for joining me for this. I'll probably tackle it again later. But for now, I'm done. Thanks for joining in, and see you next stream. Bye.